Hey, shalom, shalom. I came as your brother here, your Conan. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahal, Rakokodash, Barakathum. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and they had taught me this truth. All right, salutation out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I like to say shalom. All right, this is a quick lesson here early in the morning. It was just on my spirit. Last night heavy, and then, as soon as I woke up, I just wanted to do this lesson because I watched this brother, was South Howland brother, the brother from London. All right, real edification video I watched from that brother, man. A lot of brothers' page, a lot of brothers' camp. But it was on, just kind of controlling your tongue and knowing when to speak and knowing when to control your emotions and the whole nine, man, and just how you can get yourself out of situations or also put yourself in situations. All right, by your tongue, by your mouth, by your lips. All right, and the video the brother did was very edifying unto myself because, as men, man, we all struggle with something. You get to a certain age as a man, and you realize what your weaknesses and strengths are as a man. You try to improve your strengths, and then you try to attack the weaknesses as well. But in order to know what your weaknesses are, you would have to be honest with yourself. So if you're a man in this truth, man, you should know where you fall short. You should know what you need help working on. All right. And me, mine was my mouth, man. So that brother's video was very edifying and very touching to the spirit. So the water for you, brother. Not so much that, but, when I was in the world, I played sports and I was very prideful and things like that. It's just about putting off that old man about, ego and pride and really swallowing the flesh, man. So, when I watched the video, it touched me. So, I'm going to kind of do my own little spin on the video and hopefully, it can touch other brothers the way it touched me and just kind of put it into perspective about how important it is to not say much, right? And how, your words, you're going to have to, be judged by them in the day of, judgment, So here's some scriptures proving. Proverbs 21:23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. All right? Because your mouth can get you into shit that you really can't get out of, man. You know what I mean? Or you can say some things that you don't really mean in the heat of the battle. And then now, a few minutes go by, you're not as heated or, hyped up. And you kind of like, damn, I should never said that. That's my bad. I apologize. And you keep having to apologize for what you say. Because you're really just saying shit out of emotion, not regarding what you're saying. And as time goes on, that can be dangerous, man. Especially if you don't catch yourself doing it, So it's important to understand, man, sometimes it's best to just walk away or not say much, man. There's power in not speaking. And there's power in walking away, I always was that guy that always had to kind of say the last saying, to get the last word in, which is feminine and weak, And I had brothers in the camp, rebuking me and telling me that, man, So, it was beautiful that I had brothers to even check me, man, and tell me about myself because that's what the brotherhood is for. I didn't get emotional and deny him. Like, no, bro, that's not the case. I was just like, all right, okay. I appreciate y'all brothers, man. I'm going to work on it. And I truly been working on it, trying to just become better, slow to anger more, slow to wrath more, and just being more diligent and, accurate when I speak and not being so emotional when I speak, passionate and just caught up in emotions and things like that, So to water for my brother and for that, and whatnot. But, it'll really ruin your life, man, really ruin your future and relationships with people if you don't know how to talk, Proverbs 15:15, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Okay, a soft answer turneth away wrath. So also the tone you speaking to people matter, because you can offend people just off how the tone and voice you speaking, But grievous words stir up anger, the way you saying it, you might offend somebody, just kind of be mindful on how you talking to people, The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Okay, where they just uttering anything out of their fucking mouth, not recollecting what they're saying. So, you don't want to walk down that path. Right? You want to be wise and think before you speak, man. Think before you speak. All right? Proverbs 10:19, in the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. You don't got to be the one to always say something, man. But I realized going older is that, man, being silent is more important. It makes you more attractive. It makes you more dangerous. It makes you more like people wondering what you can do, or like, you become a threat, Because what they're saying in the world, the guy that is the loudest in the room, is usually the weakest, Matthew 12:37, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. All right? So you're going to be justified by your words, and you also going to be condemned by your words. All right? They should give account. Every idle word, man, they should give account thereof in the day of judgment. All right, we can get the scripture. All right? Matthew 12:36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. All right? So mind the words you're speaking and who you're speaking them to. All right? Because you don't know, man. You just don't know who the elect is. You don't know who the Lord dealing with, who the Lord got mercy on. All right? So it behoove you to just be wise before you speak, man. All right? And not to just utter things out of emotion. All right? If you catch yourself getting an emotion, you catch yourself maybe about to be offended or about to say some things that you don't really want to say or you don't really want to mean, but you just saying things to hurt people because you hurt. Or sometimes you need to, just be like, look, you know what? End the conversation because I'm going to get offended and say things I don't want to say. If they keep going, man, just walk away. I realize that's the best thing to do, man. Trying to win a verbal fucking war is not the righteous way, man. And you catch yourself getting in them arguments really with women, Because women like to be contentious and argue, man. All right? James 1:26, if any man among you seem to be right religious and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. Basically shutting up, man. Learning when to speak, not when to speak. All right, then your heart's in vain if you don't know when to talk, man. As I say in the world, speak when spoken to. You don't need to utter out everything that's on your mind, man. You don't need to give every opinion that you have. All right, you just don't, man. All right. Ecclesiastes 5:2. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before Yahweh. For Yahweh is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. There you have it. Be not rash with thy mouth. Be not so quick, so fast to want to say something. Let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything. Don't be so quick to just say anything out your mouth, just because it came to your mind. Think about what you about to say, man. Is it the right place? Is it the smart thing to say right now for the time period? For the time being, is it going to help somebody? Or is it going to hurt somebody? Really thinking before you talk is vital. Because again, we trying to offend less. You're not trying to say some things that we offend a brother. Not our intention, or we're not trying to offend a brother. That's not our intentions. But you may offend a brother the way you speak or the way you talk or what you say. So you gotta kind of just be mindful, man, because we're trying to offend less, not more. Ecclesiasticus 22:13. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that have no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness. All right? Talk not much with a fool, man. All right? Because, what does a fool know? A fool is going to end up pissing you off because he has no understanding. It's going to end up making you mad. You end up saying shit that you don't really mean and that you regret. All right? So just say, and don't go to him that don't got no understanding. All right? And at that point, you just setting yourself up, man. Cast not thy pearls into swine. Everybody don't need to know the truth. You don't need to force feed it, man. All right? Ecclesiasticus 32:8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. All right, and that takes a skill, man. All right, that takes a skill to be able to have a lot to say and then still not say it. You know, that's a skill, man. You got to acquire it. You got to work on. All right. Next verse. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. All right. You got brothers that come around, the elders or the higher up brothers and the elders and stuff like that, and think that they got to try to impress the men. Think they got to try to show how wise and boast in their time spent in the truth. And at that point, they making themselves like a fool because you talking too much. You saying too much. All right. Trying to prove that you smart or that you know a lot. Well, you don't got to do that, man. You try to impress men. You don't got to do that. Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you, Salaki, we already read that. All right, so, it's a bunch of, there's a few more verses we can go into. But these were the verses that stood out to me and that, touched me and made me realize, like, how important the Lord is about, what you saying out your mouth. And that you will be judged for it, Every idle word, as the scriptures say. All right, so it's something that you got to, catch yourself, man. Something you got to check yourself on. All right, and, what I learned is better to just, not speak, man, than to try to get the last word in, Or if I feel like I'm getting ready to offend somebody, man, I just end the conversation, man. We're supposed to evolve in this truth. This word's supposed to make us better. All right, not bitter. This word's supposed to truly level us up as men. All right, and, it will if you let it. If you got a humble, mindset coming in this truth, man, all right, then the Lord, will work wonders with you, man. If you got that ego and pride still attached to you to where you think that, you good how you are, then you ain't going to make it that far, man, because ain't none of us good where we are. A lot of us still need a lot of fixing. A lot of us still need a lot of leveling up, So every day it's about putting that foot forward, realizing it, accepting it, and trying to make it happen. All right? So as Scripture said, a just man falleth down 7 times, but riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. All right? So I hope this video was edifying, uplifting, and encouraging to the brothers in the Akim and the Akwaf scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. With that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahal, Vakak, Wadash, Barakatum. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and they have taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I like to say, Shalom.